Hi, my name is JW Bronsky, and today I want to show you how you can improve your BeatBuddy's sound by using a compressor. Let's go. This is a Universal Audio UAFX Max Dual Compressor. You can use two compressors at once in serial or parallel mode, and it's in stereo, which is ideal for BeatBuddy since our drums are in stereo, of course. I'm going to use the compressor to give the drums more punch and make them sound more alive and exciting. For this video, I'm going to use the two compressors in parallel mode. You can activate this mode in the UAFX control app here, parallel mode. And I'm also going to activate the side chain bass filter on the second compressor. I'm going to explain that later. Let's set up the first compressor. I'm going to use the FET 1176. This is a fast compressor that is very good for rhythmic content like drums, bass, and guitar. First, I'm gonna dial in the preamp just a little. This will give me some tube distortion. Next, I'm gonna turn the attack knob fully counterclockwise. This will give me a slow attack to prevent the compressor from cutting my transients. The release knob is set fully clockwise. This is the fastest release setting. It will make sure that the compressor has returned to its idle state before we get to the next drum hit. The ratio is set to 4:1. If you increase this setting, you will get more compression. Now I'm going to start the BeatBuddy. The drum beat that you hear is using some very dry samples, which is nice, but we're going to make them a little less dry. I'm going to turn on the compressor. Since the comp knob is still set to its lowest position, there will be no compression yet. I'm going to turn up the comp knob, which will lower the threshold setting, and at some point you will hear the compressor working. You will also see the LED change from green to yellow when the compressor is working and to red when we get some really heavy compression. So now I'm going to start the BeatBuddy, and now I'm going to dial in the comp setting. And I'm going to compensate for the loudness by turning down the output. As you can see now, the LED is yellow and red sometimes. So now I'm going to turn the compressor on and off so that you can hear the difference. Off, on. What is happening is that the signal between the attacks of the individual drum hits is pulled up, so you get to hear more of the drums decay. Without the compressor, the drums sound very dry. With the compressor, there's more room and it sounds more like a drum kit. Again, off, on, This is already a nice improvement of the BeatBuddy sound, but now I'm gonna add the second compressor. So for this, I'm gonna use a technique called parallel compression. Again, I'm gonna use the FET 1176 compressor. So the preamp knob is turned up slightly like before. This time I'm gonna set the attack to its fastest setting, which is clockwise. This will also compress the transients. The release is also on the fastest setting. The ratio is set to all. This is a special setting on the 1176 compressor, which will give me a really high ratio, so the signal gets compressed very heavily. This is also the reason why I activated the high pass on the side chain in the UAFX app. Without that setting, the kick drum would really squash the whole drum sound. I'm going to turn up the comp knob and you will hear the compressor working. This time the signal is really crushed and distorted. There's hardly any dynamic left. So now I'm going to turn the output all the way down and I'm going to turn on my first compressor. So we're back to the compressed drum sound from before. Now I'm going to dial in the second compressor to add some more grit and dirt. So that is the parallel compression technique. I'm going to turn the compressor on and off so you can hear the difference. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.